So I have an account with Box.net, Dropbox, Google Drive, SkyDrive, and SugarSync. All of them offer anywhere between 1 to 5 gigs of storage on their server for free. Microsoft had a special for SkyDrive for a while where you could get up to 25 gigs. They don't have that special going on anymore. So I have taken each one of those main folders and right-clicked on it and created an alias. And what an alias is, it's pretty much just a shortcut to that folder. So they mirror each other. Anything that you put in the main folder will show up in the alias. Anything that you put in the alias will show up in the main folder. I've taken all of those aliases and put them under the one folder that I want to work with. So pretty much I've just named this folder Cloud. If you look over here to the right, here's all the aliases that I've put into it. Now, what I want to do is on each of those cloud accounts, I want to take one folder out of it and put it into another folder. And I've already done that. If you go in here, here's all the folders that I've done. So I've taken a documents folder from my SkyDrive account, photos folder from my SkyDrive account. And the reason I'm using both those on SkyDrive is because I have so much memory with my SkyDrive. I want to use up all the memory in those two places. I have a financial folder that's on my Google Drive account, and then my customer data. I believe that's under my SugarSync account. Okay. So, but I also want to create another folder for website data, and I want to use that out of my Box.net account. So if we go into my Box.net alias, I already have a folder in there. So what I'm going to do, right click on it, and I'm going to make an alias of it. And I want to put the alias in my main folder that I want to work out of. And then you can just change the name once you move it out of that folder. So that's the structure that I have. If you look inside this folder, I've got that document, and I've got that document. Okay, so briefly, just to go over it again, what I've done is I've signed up for all the different cloud accounts. Okay. Go back to the main folder real quick before we turn over to the iPad. And then with each one of those folders, I've created an alias. Then I went inside of that alias and took all the folders that I want to work with on a regular basis, created an alias of those folders, and put them into the main folder that I am going to work out of, which is right here. Now, we can do the exact same thing on an iPad using an app called Goodreader. I got it when it was free, but I think it's like $2 now. Okay, so on the iPad, we want to do the same thing that we were doing on the Mac. I have this app called Goodreader. It's a really good app. Y'all should check it out. Don't worry about that. Okay, so now I want to take all of those folders that I created on the Mac and put them on my iPad. That way it's easy to manage all of my different cloud accounts under one single folder. So what you would do is you want to go down to connect to server, click add, and here's all your different server accounts that you can add. Pretty much all the different cloud accounts out there you can put on here. So you would just click whichever one that you want to do, you go through, set them up. I already have mine set up down here. So now what I'm going to do is go into each one of my cloud accounts, grab that folder that I'm going to be working out of, and put it under my documents. So if you look over to the left, I've created a document or a folder called Centerpoint. That's where all of these documents are going to be stored. Okay, so let's go under my Google Docs, And the folder that I'm going to work out of is financial. So I click it, click download, choose the folder that I want to put it in. If you look down at the bottom, you get download folder here. And I put it in there. Close. You can already see the first folder has gone in there. Okay. So now I'm going to go to my SkyDrive account. And out of that account, I have documents and photos. So I'm just going to click both of those. Download the 2 items. You're already under my documents where your other one was. You can download those 2 there. If you look over kind of to the right, you see recent downloads, and that's the information that shows you what you've downloaded. You scroll up, you have the downloads already in progress. So if you look at documents and photos, right now those are downloading to the iPad. That's why they didn't show up immediately like the financial folder did. But the financial folder only had like 1 or 2 documents in it. That way it went in right away. Okay, so now I'm going to go to my SugarSync. Okay, let's see. Sync folders, SugarSync, customer data. That's another folder that I used. I'll take that one, download that. There. Okay. Box.net. Website data. That was the one that we created. So we're going to take that. We're going to download that one. There too. So there was one that I didn't use on the Mac, and because of that, it's from Dropbox. I have 2 Dropbox accounts, a personal Dropbox account and one for the business. I use my personal Dropbox accounts all the time. You can't have multiple Dropbox accounts on there. So on this, we're just going to add just a miscellaneous folder, I believe. There. So all those same folders right there, with the exception of the miscellaneous folder, are all of the same folders that I have on my Mac. Alright, so that is a kind of a quick overview of how you can use all of your cloud accounts and make them act kind of under one folder.